Okay, welcome to the DigiModels first podcast on audio. Hope all is well with you, friends. Yeah, I'm just sitting here at my house, just doing some work um, at my day job. But, I figured I would try this new podcast out using this Adobe Audition app. I saw the suggestion on Reddit. I figured I would give it a try for the podcast and talk about everything that's going on with my website, digimodels.us. You can go on there and check it out. I'm really trying to cater towards the businesses for B2B, business to business, not B2C, which is business to consumer. Consumers, that's whenever you're scaled very well, you have a certain product or service that you can offer for an affordable rate. I'm trying to focus on niche in my category of web design and search engine optimization, of course, digital marketing, understanding sales, reaching out with outbound emails, inbound calls, how to get your prospects into your marketing funnel, then how they navigate through the sales funnel to become a converted client, paying recurring every month. So yeah, I cover a lot of things on my website, also on my profiles on social media with Twitter and Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, BeReal, many others. So you can find the link tree at the bottom of my website. I'll be posting this on Substack. I haven't really looked into getting a Spotify account, but I will soon. So far with my Substack account, I've been posting a few podcasts of, some VR workspace with Meta, the Quest, for Facebook, their top parent company now. So, it's interesting, the immersiveness, of the VR, the headset, when you have a client in there, speaking about the various aspects of what you're trying to convey. It's maybe even better than reality to a degree, because it's very focused. You're very immersed. There's not a lot of distractions, maybe people walking by or anything distracting you. So I find it helpful because you can draw, you can share your computer screen. He could share his computer screen, they can, whoever they may be. But it's very beneficial, I'd say, because, I'm able to get a lot of information across, compacted, compressed, in a short amount of time, because usually I'm just roaming about doing my own thing. I'm not really worried about, what's going on with the client. But if you have it with remote, especially with after this COVID season, going remote, working with your clients, it can be very immersive if you both have the Quest 2. DigiModels, we are expecting that Quest Pro to be coming out on the 11th of October. That's in 5 days, from the Meta event. So we're looking forward to that. I might buy one. It's probably going to be like $700 or $800, I think, but it's going to have double the memory as the Quest 2. So, very exciting. Seen a lot of articles about it. My son is in there all day in that thing. So, the Meta's just tracking all his stats, no problem. But, it's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. I like the immersiveness. I was looking at another article about the Pico. I think it was like the Pico 4 or 5. I haven't really heard much about it myself, but it popped up on my feed, and they were saying it's like an $800 to $1,800 headset. Supposedly there's a deal right now where you can get a mystery box from it for $500, and you will get like a VR headset, which is that $800 at least cost. So I guess it's worth it. I should do more research about it before I try to dive in, because I am expecting that Quest Pro first. So covering the Quest, VR, immersiveness, AR for augmented reality. Some of my posts on Twitter, you can find me at the Apex Engineer. The Apex Engineer. Yeah. So I mean, it shows up if you look up DigiModels, but yeah, no worries. So you can go to one of my posts, and for like Super Yetis, or there's a Baby Ghost NFT collection I have. Shout out to them. I've done some augmented reality using Adobe Aero, AERO. So, you can use that. It's interesting because I have an Android phone, but the AR capabilities aren't there yet on these phones. So, I mean, right now I have to use one of a family member's iPhones because it has that, I don't know, that depth sensor, I suppose. And yeah, I mean, even my newer generation Android can't do it, but the older generation iPhone is able to. So that's an interesting aspect of the system. Good. Yeah. So web design, right, and search engine optimization. I'm trying to help brands, right, and my target avatar or customer client is like a chief marketing officer. It says it on my website too, digimodels.us, that I'm looking for really a director of marketing. That's why I'm on LinkedIn. I'm trying to find somebody that I can sell my services to. We're able to build up software real quick in the cloud, and have it very, very fast, which is important with SEO, search engine optimization. So, yeah, whenever I'm talking about, building the website, in the cloud, there's quite a bit of configuration, especially whenever you want a unique domain name, right? You want your company, your brand name.com, right? Or .io or whatever the end may be. Mine is .us, digimodels.us. So, I just did that because it was, what's in a name? I mean, it's affordable. It's less characters, it's easy to remember. And, .com, of course, everybody remembers. I'm kind of like impartial to the domain name or the ending name of the domain because, .com is the most popular. But, you got .gov and .org and .net. And you can get those as well. So Google domains is what I use. And, it's fairly affordable. So, and then you just connect that to your service and server you establish in the cloud, which I can configure fairly quick. 1-day website, and then get the SEO attached so we can monitor the traffic. Once you start monitoring the traffic of how well your posts on social media are doing, you can gauge it. You can, put some boosting behind it. Maybe you have multiple formats of media you're posting, like carousels on Instagram or LinkedIn. Those are great. Video, live, shorts, reels, those are popular. I saw a news article saying YouTube is expecting to provide creators for shorts, with 45% of ad revenue, So, I mean, that's considerable, I would say. And this is probably in direct competition to TikTok, investing $1 billion into their short video creators. So, there's video is ruling right now. Short video, even more so because of the short attention span of the audience these days. So, just keep posting. I post consistently every day on YouTube, second largest search engine in the world. I'm on Google, of course, so that's first. And then TikTok is creeping up, but, I refused to do the TikTok. I've just heard so many, problems from, like, U.S. government, even officials. So, I mean, if you want those references, let me know. Moving on. I've been using After Effects, Adobe After Effects. I could create some fairly cool animation using pictures in combination with Photoshop, dissecting the picture into multiple colors and elements, and then using After Effects to create interesting animation. Using this CC ball pattern, this laser. What's it called? Saber. It's like a lightsaber. So I mean, you can outline, and that's how I do that. So it takes a bit of configuration, and then the short videos I've been creating using it as well have been a lot of fun, and you can check those out on my Instagram stories. or my Instagram Reels, right? The stories may have some as well, but those have been really reserved for my NFTs, non-fungible tokens. So getting on to non-fungible tokens, I'm a Deadfellows owner, Crypto Maury's owner. I've been creating my own NFTs through Dolly, the artificial intelligence, uh, you know, browser application that I have through that portal mechanism. So, I mean, it's been interesting learning about prompt engineering where it matters what you type and how you type the syntax and semantics for the artificial intelligence of Dolly to understand and create and generate that image from the text that you convey and specify. So I mean, a lot of fun. Possibilities are boundless. It becomes your intellectual property. There is a watermark that appears in the bottom right if you try to save it from the browser. If you go highlight, like, you hover your mouse pointer over it and right click and choose the inspect option, it'll open up like a pane in the right hand side, and you can do a quick Control F keyboard shortcut to find this verbiage, Windows, and then once it finds it, you select it. You can select the URL and right click and copy it and open it in a new tab, and then copy that image, and it won't have that watermark, which is really good whenever you're trying to, publish these to OpenSea as an NFT for sale, which I've been listing them lately as 0.1 Ethereum, which is approximately $135 USD. So, keep up with me on Substack, keep up with me on my website, sign up for the free newsletter on there. That's how people can get that Substack, and also my Get Review through Twitter. I do have a CRM, customer relationship management application, several of them, and I have to keep them synchronized. So just make sure you get in there somewhere where I have your email address so I can, let you know the latest information that's happening with DigiModels. Yeah, we're covering the latest in technology and trends, NFTs, collectible items. I follow Gary Vee. I think he's fairly positive. Some people don't really care for his style. That's fine. Sometimes you have to be that way. Whenever you're, heading that many in an organization, those people are relying on you. Many people, you're encountering so many new people and personalities on the daily. So, I can recognize it's a challenging position. But I respect, what he said, because some things he said have enlightened me and provided me with insight and changed my direction and focus and how I operate my, small business, and how I help my clients, and how I change my perspective of being, me focused into being more customer focused. And then, of course, I follow Alex Hormozy as well. Very fun to listen to. He provides podcasts almost daily or every other day, very consistent. And, even though he doesn't have to, and I've, on Instagram, he's always posting about his dessert, but he says many things that have enlightened me with some insight as well, so I respect both. I don't consider them gurus. I consider them just, everyday working Americans trying to make it in a scarce environment. And they're creating value. They create value. They, out of nothing. So that's the way of the entrepreneur. I believe in it. My friend, my client, she came up to me and texted me and was like, "Hey, you do websites, yeah?" And I was like, "Yep. What's up?" And she's like, "How much is it?" And I let her know, and she's like, "Okay, let's try it and let's meet up." And from there, we went the following Friday and had a beer at the bar, and we talked about what's going on, what our goals are and objectives. We try to frame a strategy of how we're going to tackle the problem. Her last web designers, they weren't up to speed. They weren't regularly communicating with her. Not like now. She's got constant access to me, which is great. And we've strategized search engine optimization for her online presence and website. And now we're able to track the funnels and see how effective the posts are and how effective we can be and efficient So I mean, it's going great. We're just trying to find more clients, scale up, scale out, go vertical in several of them industries. So just trying to make it what we do. There's obviously several platforms for social media, and we have to track them all. Of course, there are one-stop shops that claim that with applications, but you can do that, but it's not necessary. Whenever you're trying to stay lean, go agile with your business. So everything's going well. Once you get the Google paid advertising going, then it starts to ramp up because but you need to be in competition. You need to at least be paying the same amount, if not more, than the competition on those keywords. Keywords you can define in the paid advertising, and those keywords also need to show up in your website, maybe on the title in a H1 format of CSS and H2 for your subtitle text. So just confirm that you're staying on track of all that, because every detail and element, I would say, matters. The naming of the images, the meta tag and metadata descriptions, populate it all, make it readable for humans, not for the search engine. Don't take into consideration the algorithm. Just assume it's not there, because you're a person. You're trying to convey to other people. You're a business. You're trying to do business with other people, not machines. That's why there's a lost art with going into work. I know it's tough, scary. COVID. People are a lot of uncertainty in the world, chaos and war. But we really need each other. In that social environment. Like if you go check my LinkedIn, I just went to work last week and this week actually, but twice last week they had a barbecue for their employee resource group. So I mean, I took pictures with some colleagues. They had fun. They won some gift items. So I mean, and it was a nice sunny day outside. Right now it's 72 degrees in San Diego, and it was about the same temperature on that day as well. So I mean, it was a great collaborative bonding event for the company, because we seem so distant at times remotely, and we don't have a lot of time to talk to each other and communicate, and we don't see the nonverbal cues, and you really miss that human element when it's all remote work, and people get comfortable in being introverted and introspective, and out of sight, out of mind, right? Just collect the money and it'd be good. But I mean, what's more important is being effective at your goals, your objectives, not just with your life, but with your occupation, even if that's your own company and business, especially because you have to wear all the hats. You have to do all the jobs, you're all the roles. There's nobody I can depend on. I mean, I'd have to hire out for a contractor if I needed some specialist work, but I pretty much am a full service with web design and content creation, search engine optimization, all of that. I'm gonna wrap it up here though, but I appreciate you guys listening. Make sure you go to my website, digimodels.us. Type in your email for free newsletter updates. Tell your friends, refer them. If you know anybody that can fit like a sales position, let me know. Interested on the lookout for somebody that can sell my service as well. 2 leads on LinkedIn, preferably chief marketing officers and directors of marketing who have the budgets to allocate for such services, like video content creation, videos, sales letters, short videos and clips to have for your brand, optimize via artificial intelligence. We have various blog copyright articles we can provide that service as well. So keep tuned. Appreciate you. Stay on the lookout. Bye.